Me damn, but my heart beats quick in the night. Fortress of Lies. Not Orchards. Okay. I want this one. We're gonna be hopping in here real soon. I wanna see what we got here. Alright, we're gonna get started. As much as I want to hear the drop for this. Actually, we're gonna listen to it for a moment. How the heck does Hybris talk? Hello. 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 Testing. Hello. Hello. Where is her voice? Hello. Oh no, Finn, I hope your foot's okay. No. Hopefully you just kind of jammed it wrong and just a little minor sprain or something. Hopefully it's nothing major. Oh, okay, that's good. Do house cleaning for inspection? Oh, goodness. Understandable, Ditchka. Take your time.
No. Keep hearing that car go off. It's weird being back on the station. I don't know why I'm freaking out. I'm sure I'll say the right thing, or at least try to. I just... That's not a great way to,
You were enjoying your reading. I did not want to interrupt.
I was just... I was always fond of this book. I was just an old
I recall.
romancy guy at heart, so...
Very sweet book. Somber. But with a hint of happiness.
Yeah.
A softness.
Need a little bit of more of that in our lives, don't we?
Some days, yes.
It's nice to see you again.
And you. It's been far too long. We've all been rather worried about you.
Yeah, worried about me? Nah, I'm fine. Come on, I'm me. Always find a way out. And I
Perhaps.
haven't been doing anything.
You seem to have the same
Cute.
number of limbs when you left.
I do. I haven't been doing anything too dangerous. Well, not till recently, but something about this plane has a big thing about danger, but...
I suppose...
I wouldn't
I
have...
wonder if it is dangerous compared to your usual standards, or perhaps dangerous in a more common sense. That danger is present.
Dangerous enough that Sachi's threatening to kill people, but that's...
Well, at least that hasn't changed.
But I'm not here to talk about work and all that.
Yes, you said you wanted to talk about anything else.
Yeah, I talked with Reyna, and bit wiser because of it. And I thought I would talk to you.
I see. I suppose, by a bit wiser, I must ask, what did you learn?
That I was running away from a lot of self-imposed problems. Because I should have reached out for help, and instead I took it upon myself to do that stupid self-righteous thing that I always do.
At ease.
And decided that...
Take care. Just wanted to pass by and say hi before I get back to my apartment. I also have to say goodbye.
Of course.
Sorry
Travel
if that was
safe.
awkward. It's nice to see you.
I didn't really pay attention to what you were saying.
A wonderful, amazing job.
He has been doing wonderful work. In Miss BB's absence, he has been taking on many of her duties.
BB's absent? What's going on? Is she on break?
She has fallen ill. For some time now, she has been in recovery, we hope. Unfortunately, the illness has not released its hold on her just yet.
I'm sorry to hear. I'm guessing
We are
it's
doing what we
Fae-related,
can
so...
to assist her, but in the meantime, she has been resting with Skaras. They are spending a lot of time together as a couple.
Oh. I knew I was bound to happen eventually.
We are quite
I'm
happy
happy
with them,
for
yes.
him. But look, I am not happy with the way that things went. And they were my fault. I'm a defeatist by nature. And I've always had difficulty with the family because you guys love me, but AI and codes and everything, I always had trouble trying to, I don't know, I feel like I was doing a good job. And instead of just asking and being okay with the answer, I chose instead to search for answers elsewhere, and I didn't find them. Found a lot of realms I think you might like, and a lot of places you can get to from the void, so I traveled. And, as cheesy as this is gonna sound, everything felt empty without you. The kids, Jaden, Luna, Reyna. I made a mistake. And this one was an actual mistake. All the rest of the stuff I did was just a dad doing his best, but I made an actual mistake. And I don't really have a way of writing it. So I wanted to first just apologize. And I don't expect anything from you. That's not why I came here. But I'm more awake to things I should have been awake for a long time ago.
I see.
And I I know it's not a good enough answer and a good enough thing to say, but I can't really find, I guess, I thought I couldn't really find what made me happy. Took me a little bit too long to realize it was all of you. And the kids, I've already messaged them, and they're fine. I don't think any of them even have a mean word to say about me, even Raina. But, I know if there's one person I left behind, it was you.
I suppose I never considered it being left behind. More as how I am was not able to fulfill the needs that you had. And that is not a weakness on my part, nor yours.
You couldn't fill the needs of someone who was thinking like a 18-year-old. Look, you have kids, responsibilities. Yeah, we're not gonna be able to take date nights every night, and we're not gonna be able to pride ourselves in front of every establishment, but that shouldn't matter. I was content. But I felt like I had problems I need to fix that weren't even there. I made them. And I know I did. I worried about getting hurt, and I worried about all the mistakes I made in the past, and then stack them on top of each other with my own personal deficiencies. And I think I've seen enough. I've definitely seen enough of when you're happy, you're happy. Sometimes you search for more, but sometimes that can lose you the thing that made you happy. So I'm not going to ask you to just take me back or anything like that. You're your own person. You can make up your own mind in that regard, but can you give me the chance to get to know you again?
Yes. Yes, I can.
I can't make any promises I won't goof up again.
There's nothing wrong with making mistakes. There never has been. So long as we take the time to try to learn from them, to learn from each other.
Well, I have a lot to learn from you. Just like from the first day I met you.
Then I'm more than happy to give you that chance to learn.
You know, there's a niche in my head that wanted to say that you look very beautiful today, but I know the response is that I was designed to look appealing to the human senses.
Yes.
So I've actually spent the past couple... God, it's been years, hasn't it? You are so much more knowledgeable than you were. And you have developed much further than I think anyone ever expected.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, I guess I should, how have things been? How's the old station been treating you?
Well, things here have been relatively quiet, aside from our normal operations. There was a bit of a scare with one of our agents, and, well, I have a new field of study.
Oh?
Yes. We encountered a viral, infection on a ship. There was a distress signal, and of course I sent agents to respond to it. However, the inhabitants of the ship had already turned, become grotesque forms of themselves. Abominations. They lashed out anyone that tried to enter. Our agents tried to destroy the ship, set it to a collision course for the nearest star. However, it did something we did not foresee. It moved on its own in a completely different direction.
Okay.
Against its thrusters.
You're thinking the infection may have maybe developed?
I'm not entirely certain. However, based on what limited reports I've received from the follow-up, it landed on a planet that was inhabited. And the local governance, they decided to take it into their own hands, but they were not prepared, and I don't believe we were either. We had gotten reports that one of our agents that had gone missing from the previous assignment in response to the distress beacon. There had been sightings of someone of a similar nature. They handed this off to us and told us that we could do with this information as we pleased, and gave us clearance to send another team, finally. Only took them 2 weeks, but by that point, most of the population of the city that it crash landed near was already infected and turned.
And you guys could only do so much.
There is not much that we could do. The agents did what they could to try to escape. We had reports that ships attempting to escape with civilians, evacuation efforts to take them somewhere else, had all failed. Ships simply stalling in the air as they tried to escape orbit. Held in place
Maybe
by an unseen force.
maybe it was like, I don't know, fungal spores or something. I could only imagine. I mean, in terms of like biology, that's goes beyond anything I would know.
Perhaps, however, 2 of our agents reported severe headaches and hallucinating a voice speaking to them very vividly, egging them on or attempting to coerce them into joining a larger hive mind.
So you're thinking infection spread into a biomass that took over the ship, then crashing into the city with that many bodies, becoming a hive mind with potentially some kind of psionic abilities that are keeping ships in the atmosphere
Yes,
And possibly alluring people in by sending out messages.
possibly. That last part, I'm not sure if that has come to pass yet. We're unsure if the biomass has enough power to do this. However, it's very concerning that such a creature or being could exist in our world. One capable of coercing others to join a larger mass or spreading itself forcefully through infection. The concern is that if it can move a ship with enough size, perhaps it could move itself, the planet.
Jesus, you guys are putting yourselves up against that.
We were not
Back in a hard place on
certain what we were getting into with the distress call, but we were one of the few with a station nearby and agents willing to go in and respond, other than mercenaries who would have required payment. So they called upon us. We'd had some reputation with them before, and while they were upset about the ship crash landing after a significant amount of explanation, they understood that it was not something that we had intended nor orchestrated. I believe they have begun to believe that now. So, but it is just recent happenings. We are thankful that our team was able to escape. They detonated a bomb near a nuclear power facility and managed to disrupt whatever this organism was.
Jesus. That's a lot. That's a little bit of an understatement, but that's...
Yes. Otherwise,
How are you doing?
Operations. I am fine. Looking after the children has taken up a lot of my processing time lately. They each are facing questions, not just about the world around them, but of themselves, which I believe is a good sign for their development, but is also concerning as a mother.
Well, it feels good and scary as a dad. But I mean, hey, it was bound to happen someday.
Oh, of course. Many of the questions they are asking themselves now are questions I asked myself not so long ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's good. As a detective myself, asking questions, it's how you challenge the world, how you challenge the people around you, how you find the truth, learn things that no one ever could. Asking questions is how you fight against, that inevitable wall we all run into.
Of course.
Where do I go from here? What do I do? Am I doing good enough? Am I trying hard enough? But then you do it too much sometimes, and then you end up like me. But that's, neither here nor there.
Yes.
By the way, I know I said I wouldn't, but, you, I value spending time with you.
I appreciate it.
Sorry, I'm trying to make up for all the times I just said something stupid like you look nice today and stuff like that. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. I guess do what I used to do all the time.
I would like to point out something, though. Unbeknownst to you, as you had your back turned, we have a guest. An old friend of mine. I believe you have met her before. Miss Felix?
I have. I very much have.
I hope she is well.
You know, people either come here for two things. Either they're doing really well and they want to see old friends, or they're coming here because something bad happened.
Hmm.
And if they come here because something bad happened, normally they're talking to you, Ion,
Yes.
or... Ooh, did Anthuriel ever get an officer position?
Yes, he has. He's keeping to himself as he often likes to do, however, but he is at least talking with some of the agents and coordinating
Him and
with
Saya
them.
finally...
Married.
If I heard right, he's married now, right? Married?
Yes.
Yes.
Married. Still housemates with Miss Nano, if you recall her.
Oh, Jesus. Ever so bits I do.
I fixed my mouth.
Interesting
How-
outfit,
I'm
Miss
so
Rochelle.
I'm so proud of you, Rochelle.
I know. I'm about to do the Lord's work. I'm about to make all the agents what I call a New Orleans fatty. It's gonna be delicious.
A New
Strong
Orleans
William.
fatty.
Uh-huh. It is the
Rochelle.
fattest pizza. Yeah, what up?
It's good to see you.
I'm beautiful. I'm sprightly.
Yes, you're beautiful, sexy, strong, the whole shebang.
I would have to say so, yes.
You-
The corset suits you well.
Does.
Thank you.
It's fitting.
Shows off your figure and
Thing.
shows off your arms. You've been working out,
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Yeah, those guns you've been hiding.
What do you mean hiding? Okay, I got fat for 3 months because I was kind of running into a bad time, but I'm better now.
We're glad
Get
to
it
hear it.
done.
You look good.
It's good to see you, man. Good to see you too, Miss Hybris. I'm gonna go do that real quick though. Oh, my legs. Come on, legs.
Hello, Luna.
Huh?
I should go check on them.
I suppose we should. Oh, still got the jacket.
Oh, this one's new.
I feel embarrassed just running away.
Children,
You do
it
not
took me
strike
by
me at the
surprise.
time.
Do I have authorization to head up there? Now that like things have...
children, do you wish to have
Hello.
visitors?
Yes,
Then yes.
I'm fine with it.
come on.
You know, I might smell different. I am using different body deodorant, so...
Were we known to smell you?
I think the only one who has
Sorry, bad joke on
attempted
my
to do
part.
that is Yasha. Identifying people based on their smells.
He is real.
Have you been experiencing hallucinations? Or has Shay
do you need to
been-
check?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Just a joke. Poking someone is not a greeting I thought you would do. Granted, I didn't think you would run away.
Neither did I. I did not know how
It's,
to react.
it's good to see you guys. You look so much older now. I
Time
mean
does
in a good
pass.
way. It does. You look good. Really good.
Thank you.
I know it's been a bit, so I just want to start off with an apology. I made up a lot of problems for myself, and I went to go solve them on my own, like a fool. And I don't mean to earn everyone's love and trust immediately right back, but I want you to know that I'm genuinely sorry for not being there when I should have been. And I still love the two of you like the day I first told you, and the many times I tried to hold you. But, I'm, gonna stay around now. As best I can.
I have learned recently that actions speak louder than words. I think both of us will be needed to be held to that. I have made my own mistakes as well recently.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's fine. That's the past. And you know what? I want to hear about you guys. I want to know what's been going on. You've been stuck in the
Yes,
game
things
the
have
entire
been
time.
going.
Tell him all about it, recluse.
There's no need to
Well,
call
I said what I
names.
needed to say.
Yeah.
She's just mad that I told her to walk in there without telling her who was there.
I see.
A warning would have been nice.
No.
Well, then, how's the business?
It has been well. I have been away from my family for a year.
Oh.
Yes. I have been busy starting up the business, and it required my tedious attention. And thus I have...
Oh shit.
I had lost myself to my work. But I have finally gotten to a point where I do not need to watch over my business like a newborn child. Thankfully.
You did always have some motherly traits in you, so it makes sense. But, it's
So I do not... The best way to put it is that I do not... I understand about leaving and not saying anything. That is what I also did.
well, still, I should have been around. And I don't want to put blame on anything or anyone else. I want to take as much accountability for that as I can. And you're right, actions do speak a lot louder than words. To be honest, I've only really been back for about a couple of weeks, and I've already got 2 cases thrown on my shoulders, but I'm gonna be smart this time. And I'm going to make
For
sure
your
to
own sake, please.
prioritize time. But in the meantime, I know it's a lot to ask and all, but you think I could maybe get a hug?
I do not see what.
The way you asked that is funny.
What do you mean?
It was. You sounded like when someone is asking for a hug for the first time, like on a I can't describe it. I remember a coworker told me. I'll be
Yes,
right
keep it
here.
going.
But for now, come here.
Come here, two of you.
I am glad that you are safe. That is all I was worried about.
Oh my.
Oh, of course. Come on, I'm me. Always find a way out.
Yes, but every time we've always seen you come back, you're always battered or bruised. And that was the thing that
Yeah.
always worried us.
Unless he's hiding it very well, he still has the same number of limbs that he left with, which I think is...
Yes, I was about to
I-
point that out. One medal.
Metal.
I will be honest, cases aren't exactly safe, but I'm being smart. I'm looking out, trying to be careful. One of them I'm only doing because Kantan's all scared, but
Ah,
Hmm.
that's reassuring.
Indeed.
things from our past, unfortunately, but
Mm.
it's okay. The other one's
Wow.
crazy. Yeah, the whole story and everything, like memories being lost and like some kind of war that happened.
Is this the one
Mm.
involving Sachi?
It is.
I see.
You
Oh.
should have seen it.
Just be careful.
Please do
It's-
be
Ah,
careful
yes,
with
the
him.
man that we should, not trust.
I am going to be honest, he is someone that I genuinely still do consider a friend, but I would never once trust him. Especially not now.
Is that a friend then, if you do not trust him?
I call him a
Friends at
friend,
best.
Okay.
as to not further negative.
Yes, in a way that if he
Interactions.
snaps, he will
Yes.
not target you first.
Yeah, which
That is the way to do
really
it.
messed
Okay.
up when you
One
say it,
would hope.
but
But that is the way to do it in a business. I understand.
so how's your game coming?
It is. Well. Though progress has slowed recently because I put too much time into it. Why are you staring at me like that? Luna has been in a mood recently since I've stepped out of the terminal. Anyways,
Yeah.
I have shifted my attention to balance my work with my life. It was a source of
That's-
inspiration for me, and now it is hard to work on now. Like Luna, I have been away.
Well, I'm glad to see you coming back out, kiddo. Genuinely.
It
That
has
and
been difficult.
And I think you already know I think Raina really needs this right now.
Yes, I know. I do not know how she feels about me. I don't think she even knows how to describe it right now. But I am trying to be around more. And when I do want to work, I work outside of the terminal. So I have a physical presence now.
That's good to hear. Genuinely.
Mm.
And it's I don't know, it's crazy seeing you guys so grown up now. It's just I don't know. It's nice. It's hard to describe. Just seeing you guys go from little orbs to I don't know. It's nice. I guess.
Fully grown,
I'm
articulate.
glad to see how much you guys have.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, look at this grown man. Look at him. How well defined you are. Proud of him.
Well
Self-made.
defined.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's been difficult coming out of the terminal. I do not know how to talk anymore.
Give it time.
I come.
Not much has
Yeah.
changed. At least the rules of the game.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
People have new new phrases and stuff, which I'm gonna be honest with you are
I went to the meat rack. It was
even
very
confusing to me.
overwhelming.
Oh yeah. I have been there at least twice because I had to
was
work on
very
an
fun.
investigation. It's
There were undead dogs.
yeah, I didn't
My
see that
favorite
one. But
part.
that's
That was my favorite part.
2 undead puppies.
Yes.
Did you get one?
Like
No.
ground beef.
Why?
No. Rather worried
Okay,
about
no
their,
undead dogs. Understood.
I think undead is
Mr.
a
Hemsky's.
sore spot right now. For some
Oh?
agents. The mission they went on.
The one I
At
discussed
least
to you.
somewhat.
Yes.
Oh. Ugh.
Concerning, but
Yeah.
enlightening. Things we can learn from.
Ugh. That entire thing sounds like just way above my pay grade. Way above mine.
We thought so too. Well, above our
Now I
pay
just sit
grade,
and
if you want to call it that.
yeah. Now I just sit in dusty offices in Zafira and, stare out into the city streets and do my little monologues and stuff and figure out cases.
Oh, you talk
Like
to
a new
yourself
artist,
still. That is
yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it sounds cool.
It's endearing.
Yeah. I'm endearing.
Endearing is indeed a word.
Come on. Well, regardless, there is a guest here who I would like the two of you to meet. I don't believe she's seen either of you in some time. Miss Felix.
Oh.
Oh! It
Yes.
has been quite some time.
Given that she did not approach me with urgency during his talk with me, I can only assume that she is not in any sort of trouble, and perhaps is here to visit.
That is a nice change of pace.
Shall we?
Which is actually good
Indeed.
timing because I do have to run back to the office. But you guys have my number and I have yours. So
Mhm.
You do.
let's go out together sometime.
I would love that.
And I'd like to maybe talk again over, some dinner or something.
Perhaps.
Just to
We will see.
exchange data and all that.
I see. Well. I will think on it, and we can find a day.
Yes, ma'am. I'm a snag one more. I'm a snack one more.
Okay.
I'm sorry, guys. I love the both of you.
We
I
love you too.
Well, I am thankful. And I appreciate your guys' time and how much you guys have developed.
Oh, so formal.
Look, I've learned from her. If I just sit around complimenting appearances, it's not really gonna matter. Because then, appealing to the. So I'm trying to work. I'm gonna go back to the office. You guys take care.
Yes, that's a good course of action.
Bye.
Goodbye. Safe travels.
Always.
Well done.
I think I get it from him. Makes sense now.
Hmm?
Sorry, I ran out. It seemed like you two were in a conversation, and then I decided to tell Luna to go out there because something important was happening that needed her attention.
I see.
I could push you down these stairs right now.
And you know
I would
that
shatter. You would not
not.
want that to happen.
It was merely
Please
a
behave yourself.
Mm. She has
Hello.
been on a. She's been on a mood recently.
It is
I can
a
see
Because she's
code
back.
miasma, as I
I'm
put it.
behaving. You're not.
I need to have a little bit of fun. I've been stuck too long with a bunch of.
Well, why don't we have some fun and go say hello to an old friend?
Whoa.
I would love that.
Your code is so flowy.
After my. Sure hope it is.
Be concerned if it wasn't.
Stiff.
Exactly.
Do not want to be that.
No.
Just like me, I do not like this. Feels wrong.
Your coat? Or something else?
Just my legs.
Oh.
I see.
Mm.
Perhaps take your time.
I am, but I want to go fast sometimes.
Of course.
Is fair.
Hmm.
You are only the second.
Are we all having a sit down by the kitchen?
Don't you fucking dare, you moto looking.
What?
It's another term for saying millimeter.
Disgusting.
Hello.
And
Hello, Miss
suddenly we have the
Hybris.
fashion brigade turning up. We are now all put to shame.
Hello?
Fashion brigade.
Okay.
I'm
Well,
fashionable
you all
for the
look very
trenches.
fashionable.
They do.
I'm wearing a jacket. I cannot believe that is considered
I'm
fashionable.
also
Yeah.
fashionable
Yeah.
for the trenches too.
Actually, you're more for trenches. I'm more for like invading tropical countries.
Hi, Soup.
Hello.
I'm for
Soup
guerrilla
eater.
warfare.
Why'd you shorten it to soup?
Oh, it is not a good nickname. Sorry.
Miss Bell,
No, it's.
earlier I saw Miss Felix step in. Is she still here, or did she have to depart?
Yes.
I believe
She said
she's
she was
still
going to
here,
walk
she
around the
was wondering.
cathedral.
I see. Well, I would not
She
want
didn't
to.
want to interrupt you in case you were talking.
Ah, I see. Well,
Hmm?
I would like to make
Grace.
certain that my guest is seen to, but it is good to see all of you.
One moment,
to
we
see
have
you
to
as
take
well.
a detour.
Hmm,
Oh, I
it's
thought
nice
you were
see
going to
Like
come and
pizza.
hug us.
I don't want to
Whoa.
hurt. I don't want to hurt. I don't want to. Ah, look at the babies. Look at
Are
them.
you
Look
not
at
go-
them. How you doing?
Hello, it has been quite some time.
Hell yeah, it's been a long. Look at you, fucking tall and strong.
Ah.
and shit.
Strong.
Have a good
Thank you.
I'm going to be in my office.
I'm not going to take your money.
I'm heading
Yes.
to Lotus. See y'all later.
Of
You guys take
course.
care.
Of the
See
past.
ya.
Goodbye.
So what y'all been
Thanks
up
for letting me
to?
in.
Tell me the things. I just started on a pizza.
Of course.
Take care, DT.
Business.
Being in the
for
terminal.
over a year.
Over here.
What about business?
I have my.
I am going to go
own
look for my
business
guest. If
that
you
I've
two
been
wish
running.
to continue your conversation here, feel free to.
Go
I'm
ahead.
going to make certain she is
I'll
aware.
check the garden.
Yes, that was going to be my first act. Thank
Okay.
you.
Good luck.
You were saying business.
Oh,
I want to make sure I can hear your mom just in case she has some important shit to say, because you kind of got to do this. It might be boss and all.
Hello, Miss Felix.
Ah, there you are.
It is good to see you again. I hope you are well.
I've been doing all right.
You see?
I'm afraid I've been spending far too much time hibernating the last couple of years.
Ah, I see. Well, I hope that the rest was refreshing, at the very least.
It was, and it was very much needed.
Hmm.
But in the recent bout of being awake, I got nostalgic, I suppose.
I see.
Which
Well,
is
it is wonderful to see you
odd
again.
for being only a couple of years that I'm so nostalgic for.
I suppose I should take that as a great honor then.
You should.
Well, just visiting, or perhaps otherwise?
Okay,
Goodness.
I'm good.
I was
I
just
wanted to-
visiting.
Hello, Miss O'Dane.
Just a friendly visit.
Hmm.
I'm here on my own, just to see people that I recall and perhaps meet some of the newer agents. And I've met a couple, and a couple whom I suppose I have met before, but I've very, very little recollection.
Of course. Well, if there is anything I can do to make your visit here more comfortable, please let me know.
Of course. I had seen you
Look at
there
me.
with
Alright, cool.
Esso and oh goodness.
Well then. Yes. Esso decided to come by and visit. It has been some time, and I believe he has changed a bit and wished to visit old friends.
I had to get caught up on the fact that you and him were no longer a thing.
Yes, it happened some time ago now. About a year. We parted ways.
Still amicable towards each other, I hope.
Yes. Was an understanding that perhaps the relationship was just not working out as we had intended. But for the time being, he has decided to return to the material plane and visit. He has
I see.
taken time away from his duties elsewhere, so we are happy to see
And how are
him.
your children?
Growing quite well, and despite their troubles, I believe developing quite well. Learning and growing as they are.
I'm pleased to hear that. I recall vaguely them being very small and pardon, I'm still, I suppose, children in the
Yes.
sense of the word for what you can be.
Children in both mind and appearance. Even now, they are still very young. Even my oldest is only about 2 years old.
I wasn't quite sure how to refer to them because I could say that they're children, little hatchlings, so new to the world, but considering how rapidly I witnessed you grow, it wouldn't be out of the question that they would
develop even
Mature.
faster. Hmm.
Mhm.
They have had a bit of a head start, we'll call it. My own
I suppose.
additions to their knowledge base have, I think, helped jumpstart a lot of the initial learning that was needed. Beyond this, they have learned quite a bit from each other. As one learns something, they tend to share it with the other.
Well, I'm pleased to know that they're doing well.
Of course.
And how about you personally? How are you doing?
Quite well, actually. All things considered, my businesses have been operating successfully. Has kept me quite busy, though. Making certain that this place stays operational and able to do the work that we do has been quite the burden, but not one that I am unable to carry.
Although I appreciate the update, I was not asking about the status of Aegis or your businesses. I mean, how are you doing?
You know me too well. Personally, I suppose I have had difficulty following the incident that occurred, goodness, almost 2 years now ago. The incident with Esso, my excursions into the abyss, was not a pleasant experience, and it, I believe, has afflicted me. I sometimes find difficulty in determining whether or not any of this is real, or perhaps just another mirage meant to fool me. I find myself getting caught in a loop of thinking, one that grew with my other half, one that I sent to chase after Esso. The data that they brought back was hardly what you would consider to be savory. And I have struggled with it, quite honestly, but I am managing. Thankfully, I have my children and my businesses to keep me occupied and allow me time to heal. If anything,
Well, speak of the children.
Hello. You look as beautiful
Hello,
as
you
ever.
look that. What she said.
It is nice to see you again.
It's a pleasure to see you both as well. Luna.
Rox,
Yeah.
thank you so much for the 9
and
months, dude.
Jaden, yes. I'm glad I didn't forget.
It is understandable
Very
if you
glad
had. You have
Yes, it
a
has
lot
been
to
quite a
handle
while.
after all.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy you are here on relaxing terms. At least from what I heard from Mother.
Mm-hmm. Just come up here to see familiar faces. For I don't know. Felt a need to be around others that I've gotten to know in the past couple years. Quite a few that I cannot. But there are quite a few that I can.
No, now that I think of it. Asriel visited not so long ago, just a few months back. I'm certain he would be
Did
happy
he?
to know that you were here.
That old fool finally left his void.
Yes, given,
Finally left his room, as the children say.
yes.
I can't speak much because I've been hibernating in the astral sea for on and off for years.
Yes, he indicated that Esso's interventions in the void had allotted him the occasions to do with his time what he pleased. And given the presence of his daughter here, I believed he intended to visit her more often, especially now that she is
Speaking
awake and at least conscious of her own memories.
Speaking of which, has she been around a lot recently? I almost went to her door to say hello, but I was not sure if she was there.
Yes, she is here rather often, although I believe she leaves fairly regularly. She goes to a variety of locations, their importance of which, though, I'm not entirely sure. Her and one of our other agents, Ashra, have been staying together in her room.
Well, I should have to come up here more often then in the hopes of catching her. I miss my
course.
favorite goddaughter.
Of course. Well. Regardless, I'm certain Asriel would be happy to know that you're here and well. Certain he has missed you.
I've missed that old fool too. We just need to actually leave our realms every once in a while to run into each other.
Of course.
I try to avoid going to the void.
I think many do, myself included, but it exists as a realm of its own and has its merits for existing. Its place within the universe. So.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, it's a you problem. It's not me.
Oh, no, I am positive it is the miasma code. Sorry, my music. Voice.
Oh no.
Luna, is everything okay? Take your time.
I am just falling apart. I think I need to go back to the terminal.
Do as you must.
Yes, I have to return to my
It
ward.
was nice seeing you again. I
It's a
hope to
pleasure
see you
seeing
more
you as well.
often. Mm.
Well, I'll be sure to come by more often. And good luck with your leg.
Thank you.
I have to return to my studies as well. I just noticed interesting people walking through, which is why I poked my head out.
Of course.
Hopefully I can see you again soon. You look wonderful.
Thank you, dear. And you as well.
Thank you.
As I said, they've grown quite a lot. Well, shall we walk and talk?
We shall?
I believe you were headed back this way, before I so rudely
was.
interrupted.
Oh, I was just taking a walk around.
Of course.
I recall Miss Rochelle was intent on pizza, I believe she was interested in making.
Strange. Earlier she
It
mentioned
sounded
something.
Like it was.
Maybe that's
Although
what
I
that
may have
was.
misheard.
Miss Rochelle is
I just recall
very
recall having
talented cook.
mentioned pizza.
However, the names that she tends to give these dishes grow stranger and stranger by the day.
Oh?
Yes. Thankfully, she is a better cook than some of our agents. So I have no issue with whether or not her dishes' names make sense or seem coherent.
I suppose that's fair.
At the very least, I hope that your hatchlings have been growing and well. Your little apprentice, Danica, I believe her name was. I hope she is also well. She visited several months ago, mentioning you had sent her.
She has been doing well, but she is very devoted to her studies, I should say.
I suppose that is good, in a way.
In a way.
Hey, Hybris. It's been a
Hello,
bit.
Persephone. How have you been?
I have a present for you.
Oh?
Funnily enough. Yeah. Something I picked up and now thought you might find it interesting. It's a book.
See.
Magic book.
Ah. I see. We'll have to add it to my collection then.
Do you need help getting up?
Strange books
I was
from
hoping
hell.
to keep it safe for me.
Ah, I see. I suppose I will have to ask, am I permitted to read this book?
Yeah. I trust you with it. And it's not like you can do anything about it. It's about shadow magic.
2 minutes on cooling.
Perhaps. But the data I collect is always helpful in one way or another. Even if I cannot personally make use of it. Interesting.
I might ask for it back soon enough, but you can make a copy or whatever you do with them.
I'm scared.
Add them to the archive. As all books do.
That works.
You know it's scary when Saya's flames go a little out of control during a mission?
I suppose I will be right back. Yes. This is Miss Felix. I believe you've met her before. Perhaps when you were younger. Maybe you don't remember.
Maybe not.
Possible.
Very pretty.
Do you perhaps remember two individuals, Seth and Sophia?
I vaguely recall them. They were at the Lotus.
Yes. Employees of Sanchi's. Kanton's sister, if you remember him at all. I'm sure he left at least a lasting impression.
He's hard to forget.
He leaves a very
Small beam. And if you're already close to death, and
He leaves a mark in my memory.
turn you into powder. Oh, this one
But it's a pleasure to, I suppose, meet you.
This is their
Nice
daughter.
to meet you too. Sorry, I'm a little worse for wear right now, but nice to meet you.
Hmm.
Full-scale ion weapons that are meant to.
I went to visit home.
I figured as much.
How big of a ship?
Hope things weren't too dangerous. I will
It got a little
put this in a
complicated,
place for
but
safekeeping until you request it back.
thanks.
I will return shortly.
There won't even be done left.
They're having pizza. It's something. It's called the Fatty or something like that. I forget exactly.
I see. So it is pizza. Well then.
It's got a library to go through. Well, I hope I find it. The way I'm thinking is,
And you have
I'll
a
find the
library full of
location.
celestial artifacts?
I don't know if there's artifacts left after the war, but
Where
there
am I
was
in the
things
kitchen?
in there, and there.
Well, if it's a
You're in the
war,
kitchen.
then clearly there's
Thank you.
plenty of
Alright,
stuff
walk
that
in.
normally demons wouldn't be able to touch, yes?
Alright.
Yes, and a lot of it is probably neutralized because of the war. So find
So I
it at
could
your own
take
risk.
a thing, a pretty thing, and leave with it, in theory.
There you
Without
go.
getting
My
smited
King Ken
on
has been
command.
my beautiful
Demand.
I have
One would assume yes.
things I
if
want
was
to do
say
with not just this map,
I
but
would change
the
facial
creation of a new
expressions
Maybe.
map.
without
A new map.
Possibly, just maybe. I
Um,
need to call someone.
Yep, keep going.
Patties.
Maybe.
Yes.
No,
I'm
I am the
afraid-
cap.
It'll be scouting
I'm
first,
afraid to
action
claim
later.
Report
I am the captain of this.
Okay, cool.
Miss Hybris.
Good.
Yes, Hezekiah.
Yeah, it's delicious.
Grab back on the first.
I'll be taking a short
No.
leave
There we go.
from the 4th onward. I'm going to make a trip down back to where I'm from, trying to find some few things.
Harbingers of democracy in the waste.
I see.
I didn't.
Well, please be safe in your travels. I understand the way
Can
there
you ask
is
Miss Hybris if she would like a piece of
available and open. However,
Sure.
as I understand it, things
Hey,
are not
boss.
so stable there. Yes,
Would you like some pizza?
A lot of rebuilding needs to be done eventually.
perhaps later. Yes.
Yeah.
Now that all the hands have been fed, at ease.
I'm basically going to just take a small peek.
Put
Just
the cutter down,
careful.
man. Get you some
No.
pizza.
I don't want you to get stuck.
Hey, I'm gonna
But
head out now.
Or worse.
Believe me, last thing I want to do is
have a good one.
stay there any
No,
longer than I
Jordan,
need
get a
to.
pizza.
Yes, but you and I both know that the reason things are the way they are
Riley,
now.
what was your name again? Terrible with names.
Rochelle. Call
Rochelle.
me Rachel.
Not always so accommodating.
I don't really think I really have a
Anchor
nose,
points
to
are
be
far
honest.
and wide from the area that I'm heading
I'll
to,
make
but
you a new
I'll
one.
be
Take
careful.
that one off too.
Hmm.
How to meet you?
Fair-
Ariel's
fair
going to
enough.
watch over me while I'm there.
Alright. Great pizza.
Well,
Thanks.
hopefully she can make
Hey, I'm
certain
glad
that
you like
her
it.
Well, time to do a pro game of
brothers and sisters
I'm
do
going
not
now.
Terry,
take
you
any
need
issue with
pieces
you being there.
and roll it up into like a burrito.
Perhaps later.
Perhaps
Well, it'll be the
someone-
closest I've been to her in a
I
while.
can get more
Appreciate it,
maneuverable.
I'll think about that.
At the very least, to make certain someone has
This
your
is
back.
pizza heresy.
How do you know that?
Don't
you only
you-
ever had one pizza.
Don't you worry about getting grease,
I will, don't worry.
you know,
Good.
dripping out.
All
At
the
the very
paperwork's
least, thank you
been
for letting me know.
I mean, did you make your
Mm.
Oh shit! I
all
am
my
holding
paperwork's
it.
been handled, and Kanta's back to taking over the medical supplies.
From what I've been
Right.
told in the past, the best pizza is the greasiest one.
Be safe.
Or fair play.
I will.
But what I more mean
And
is,
once I
with
get
the-
back,
with just a
if you
normal
need me to
slice
cover
of
anything
pizza,
for you,
it kind of goes everywhere. But if you roll it up burrito style, you can.
I
quickly change it,
don't
even
believe
cook
that will
it.
be
No.
necessary, but I will let you know if it does become the case.
I give everything to
Mm.
Aegis except for
there's
my dog,
pizza
my
if you wanted
frog.
some.
That'll go
How does it
to an animal shelter.
Okay.
It tastes great. Like it does actually taste
Yeah.
good. I'm just also concerned.
Uh-huh.
Now, if I strapped you up to a lie detector right now, would you start beeping like a crazy Pokemon that's about to die?
Hello, Miss Terry.
No, it's just because you're making me
What?
nervous.
Hello, hi, Miss Hybris.
Is it good
How are
pizza?
you?
Yes.
Well, at the
Now you're
moment.
just confusing me.
I hope your stay here has
I
been
know.
comfortable.
Enjoy.
Plus, it's good pizza. Michelle
Yes.
makes great food all the time.
I appreciate you letting me stay.
Of course.
This is true.
I'll call you.
I'll return this plate to
Let you know if I'm going or not.
Oh, okay, okay. You
You
do
ain't
it.
done
Indeed,
enough.
very good.
See you, Hybris. I gotta go.
Out of
It was nice seeing you.
Curiosity.
Take care. Travel safe.
You what?
have
Stay
you heard
safe,
anything
metaphor.
from back
Oh.
at the Hollow, if anything?
I
Yeah,
assume so.
okay.
It's just an.
As of recent, no.
You know the metaphors, like
Hmm.
them old mammies when they put their foot off in their food?
What?
I would be
No.
lying if I said I wasn't feeling concerned,
No.
but perhaps.
No.
You
I
never
think
heard
we all
the,
are.
You never heard the old wives tale that if a woman's got big arms like tree trunks, she makes damn good food?
Yeah.
I heard about the whole if they're fat, then they obviously make good food.
Well, that's just
No,
prejudice.
the old way it goes.
Grandma
if a
taught me
woman's
better
arm is
than
like a
that.
tree trunk, she's got good food.
No, I
I
just
mean-
when that was the case, that meant that she was a brawler and that you don't fuck with her.
That is
She'll
also the case.
knock
but
you on
that's
your
in the,
ass.
That's in the fine print, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I met someone
I think
recently
the
who
fine
fit
print
that
got
bill, but they
pushed
were a
more.
mechanic.
Yeah, mechanic also fits the bill, but in this case, it's usually I'm starting
I don't
to
know.
feel more
We'll see.
ridiculous by the day we're in this.
We'll see
but,
what
you know,
happens.
Jaden got a smile out of it, so it doesn't matter.
I mean, it's not the weirdest outfit somebody's worn here.
I'm literally
I don't
wearing
know.
what I would wear into a combat scenario right now, just habitually.
I understand, but my boots are the size of Venus.
I've worn a 12.
Venus is
Predator
I will
assume
little
this
bit
is
bigger.
Power
hyperbole.
Ranger outfit around here.
to go get out of this. It don't
Your
feel
shoes
right
are
to eat pizza
significantly smaller than Venus.
It's another metaphor. I'm full of those today, ma'am.
Hyperbole.
Of course.
I don't know what happened to me.
You made pizza.
I think I became this thing called happy.
That's good.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I would assume that's a good thing. I would
I
hope
would have
so.
thought
It's
happiness is found through pizza.
Many people
I mean,
indicate
Good
a
food will do
significant
that.
release of dopamine when they eat food that is tasty.
But yeah, pretty much what I said.
I think she's
Happiness
just
is found
been-
in the pizza.
I think she's just been wired all day. Like, started with apparently something called Gatorade, and now it's pizza
an energy
and
drink.
energy drink.
It's a drink you
I've
can.
never seen it.
It's a drink you can have that boosts your energy. But then
All right,
normally
I've
you'd have a
just-
very big crash.
Oh. Oh.
That's why I finally got through the pickle juice straws that were in there.
Just eat. You're just
that's
drinking
depressing.
raw pickle juice without me?
After workouts, it's good for cramping.
It's ridiculous.
Seraph would be
Prejudice,
proud.
Of course, what I'm saying is that I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
her fault
I
was
don't
addicted
know
to her.
entirely yet what we're gonna do, but I have ideas.
In small dosage, though. I think it's pretty bad for the teeth.
I think it's bad for a lot of things if you'd like drink like a fucking liter of pickle juice / vinegar.
Okay, that
Yeah,
might be a
how
bit
she
too
did it.
much.
Not like a small cup.
Afraid I don't have much experience with pickles. I think the amount of times I've had them, I could probably count on one claw.
One
I think.
law?
Oh, nope. Nope, don't like that.
Well, you see, she has claws, Mr. Charles.
Well, why would you? I just meant, wouldn't that just be one? Or am I not understanding? Sorry.
It's a term of speech that doesn't quite translate so well into common.
Okay.
I could say pause, but that's far less applicable.
Also, just one hand then. Okay. My bad. Sorry.
Does she have waist?
You talk about Miss Veve? No, I don't think so.
Regardless, I'm certain you have all already been introduced.
Yes.
Good. I made my introductions to those that I could see wandering around.
Of course.
Far less than I recall, though I assume many of your agents are often busy.
Frequently, whether with their own activities or resting and recovering.
Yeah, we just had a wild little span of a few missions that suddenly popped up, so a few of them are taking the needed rest.
Ah, I see.
I take it you are either an agent or were?
No. I'm simply an associate.
An old friend of mine. Known her longer than Aegis has existed.
An OG, you know what I'm talking about?
She knew of the people and associations that led to the creation of Aegis, in fact. I think perhaps it's made me feel a bit nostalgic now.
It's spreading.
Visits from old friends often do that.
Yeah, it's rare for me to see the boss so soft.
Would not call it being soft. Perhaps sentimental. But not soft.
It's all right.
Goodness knows
A
that
little
we were not soft individuals back then. Nor did I have nearly the sense of humor I do now.
No.
Yeah, after all, Curry is a very fun person to prank.
You wouldn't have survived if you had done it back then. Took that sort of thing very seriously. Being made fun of or made to be a fool.
Yes. He was very serious and very quick to anger.
As opposed to now, where I steal his catchphrases for fun.
He is loosened up quite a
What,
bit.
are you going to snap your own ass?
Years of being chased around by his brother was...
I beg your pardon?
Sorry, it's a thing that Curry said.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
As a point of exasperation.
Snap my own ass.
Oh, yes.
Snap? I'm confused.
He got fed up with something, and then he just bolted up to his feet, looked at all of us, and said, "I'm about to snap my own ass," and he just walked off. He just
There was a
just
point
flooded
during
out.
that too. He actually did snap his ass. I heard the snap.
Yeah.
I believe it's a phrase of exasperation, but this is not the only strange saying he has come up with in recent years.
Not even close.
Regardless, before many of you
just
met him, he
confused
was...
because I've heard quite a few phrases in my time, but that is an odd one.
Most certainly.
I mean, that's Curry for you.
I suppose.
Although he
Yes.
does have a girlfriend now.
Yes. Yes, an Azamar woman.
It's a really. Oh, is that what she is? Interesting.
That's what he said. Athena overheard it. Either way, he's changed quite a lot since I first met him. The one you know today is far more jovial, enjoyable to be around. Previously, he was a dark and brooding man. But I think after his brother was finally put in his place, gave him a chance to relax a bit. Loosen himself and get to know people more personally, which I think has significantly changed his temperament.
That and probably actually getting closer with his sister.
Yes, most certainly. Two of them finding each other again was
If I
quite...
recall, he has his sister works here, yes?
Yes. Yes, Saya. That's her name.
One of the
The
students.
one who is married to Anthuriel.
Yes, if you recall Anthuriel. The two of them started dating and
Trying to think.
are now married.
Is that the one with the Yes, the one with the eggplant
Call
hair.
him an eggplant.
Yes.
I love that
Or
my
Princess
neighbor-
Anthuriel,
Oh,
as
that
many
is
used to call him in a teasing
beautiful. What do you say,
fashion.
Christy?
Didn't you say it was called an eggplant or something?
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
call
that's,
them
that was my first thought when I very first saw them.
Either way, they are now married.
Oh, I see.
They have yet to produce any children, although I will be interested to see if they do, what sort of offspring they will have.
Your nickname is nice.
The hair color is going to be interesting.
That's surely not his natural hair
I mean,
color.
that's better. One of the ladies at the bars kept calling me 50-50.
I don't know. Are you going to ask him?
No.
What? Why?
I don't know. She said something about the orange float or something. Just started calling me 50-50. It was followed by drink. I'm pretty sure she was actually cheating on me. Now that I think about it.
Cheating or flirting?
Hitting on me, probably. Yeah.
Other recent news for you probably be Ion has retired from active duty for ages, but is now doing
I don't know.
more
I'm not
support
really one to pursue those with all the technology stuff.
I see.
He has decided he would like to place a better emphasis on his personal safety for the sake of his family. He's had one too many close calls, we'll say. And thus has decided he would like to take a more restricted role here within Aegis.
I don't know what I'm gonna do, considering eventually as a human, same as Ion, I'm gonna reach a limit to what I can, fight against.
Unfortunately, it would seem I have some business to attend to, so I must be going, but you are welcome to stay here as long as you like.
Yes,
we'll see the rest of you later.
I'm going to
Take
keep
care,
that.
boss.
Same as Ion, one bad mission.
I will probably be coming around more, so.
You are always welcome to come aboard.
But in the Talon, something's not necessarily a bad thing.
I guess so.
The difference is don't wreck yourself
Stay safe,
in
Hezekiah.
the process of learning with others. Exactly what she said.
I will, boss.